Michele Harris was a mother of four living in rural Tioga County, New York. Born Michele Taylor in 1965, she grew up in a modest home and was known for her friendliness and beauty. She married Cal Harris in 1986, a wealthy car dealership owner. The couple appeared to live a comfortable life in a large house in the countryside, but beneath the surface their relationship was filled with tension and turmoil. By the late 1990s, their marriage was unraveling. Michele wanted a divorce, and Cal was reportedly angry about losing his family and the financial implications of the split. They were still living in the same house but leading largely separate lives. Michele had begun seeing other people and confided in friends that she was afraid of Cal. She told some that if anything ever happened to her, Cal would be responsible. On the morning of September 12, 2001, Cal reported that Michele was missing. He said she never came home the night before. At first, her absence did not set off alarms with authorities, especially given the chaos across the country following the 9/11 attacks just the day before. But within days, concern deepened. Michele's vehicle was found at the end of her driveway, but there was no sign of a struggle inside. She was gone and her purse, cell phone, and belongings were missing. Her body was never found. The investigation into her disappearance took years. There was no physical evidence tying Cal to a crime. No blood, no fingerprints, no murder weapon. Still, police believed Michele had been murdered, and they zeroed in on her estranged husband. In 2005, based largely on circumstantial evidence and testimony from those close to Michele, Cal Harris was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. At trial, prosecutors argued that Cal, enraged over the divorce and Michele's new relationships, killed her and disposed of her body. Witnesses testified that Michele feared for her life and had told people she thought Cal was capable of killing her. The defense countered that there was no proof a crime had even occurred. There was no body, no scene, and no forensic evidence. Cal was convicted in 2007 and sentenced to 25 years to life. However, his attorneys appealed, and a new trial was ordered due to concerns over how the original jury had considered certain testimony. A second trial also ended in conviction in 2009, but once again, it was overturned on appeal. In 2011, during the third trial, the defense introduced new testimony from a man who claimed he saw Michele talking with someone in a driveway that night, and that Cal could not have been involved. The third trial ended in a mistrial due to a hung jury. By the time the fourth trial began in 2016, Cal Harris had spent years in and out of prison. This time, he opted for a bench trial with no jury. The judge found that the prosecution's case was built on weak circumstantial evidence and did not prove that Cal had committed murder beyond a reasonable doubt. Cal was acquitted. The disappearance of Michele Harris remains one of New York's most perplexing unsolved cases. Cal Harris has maintained his innocence, claiming for years that he was the target of a flawed investigation. He later filed a federal lawsuit against Tioga County law enforcement, alleging malicious prosecution. Michele's family and supporters still believe she was murdered and that justice has never been served. Her body has never been located, and no other suspects have been charged in the case. The case remains unsolved.